It is 7:30 Pacific Standard Time or Mountain Time, whatever. 7:30 my time. 7:31 now. Welcome. This is for your Scorpio child or wherever they have Scorpio placements in their chart. This could also be speaking in regards to the eighth house. So, collectively, the collective eighth house, or how these energies may affect you or your child or your house in the eighth house. So, you can look at when your family was established, when you became, when you conceived as parents, if you want to look at when your household was established, if you want to pay attention to that. So let's start. So in the month of January for the Scorpio child and Scorpio energies, there's growth, but it's beneath the surface and it's not something that we're going to be able to see. There's a lot of stuff going on in a good sense beneath the surface. So this speaks to, if I'm not mistaken, is this the Eight of Wands? I think, yes, this would be the Eight of Wands. So a sense of accomplishment, but just not something that is for everybody to see. A lot of observations that the Scorpio child is keeping to themselves. In February, I hear something literally rocks them to their core. So there is a restructuring or rebuilding of their foundation, or restructuring of something in the eighth house, a restructuring of just how they have seen themselves. So I hear the word blow. It feels as though something comes and catches them off guard, catches them by surprise. It's not necessarily chaotic, but it's news that causes them to need to reshift and restructure their base, reevaluate their foundation in February. It's not bad, but it's like, all right, duly noted. Thanks for the heads up. And then they start working to rebuild. Scorpio is always the sign of transformation. So having the ability to renew and evolve if they are willing to do so. In the month of March, they have the Eight of Swords in reverse. So if there was a level of confusion or overwhelm or anxiety in February, that is changing in the month of March. Or if something happens in March, there is this belief of, okay, I can do this. I can choose my reality. I see clearly now. I can see what needs to be done to rectify this. And in April, they become very empowered in a good way. It's like, I got it. Accomplishment, celebration. It's embracing whatever truth that has come to them, whatever revelation that they have received. And there is growth here. There is confidence. It's just all good stuff. As we move into May, there is something behind the veil. So a desire to go deeper, or something that I'm thinking. Yes. So if something was kept from them, some information, it's becoming apparent, or they are after the truth. secrets, being clear, just like this is not enough. It is like a diligence of this is not okay, or I don't want this reality, or something like that, where it's just this bold moving forward to find something that gives them peace, a foundation of stability, something where they can feel like, oh, okay, finally, this is it. Um, so you may have a Scorpio child that doesn't agree with, they've been freed. Their thoughts about how they saw themselves are changing. This could be some teenager going through puberty or something like that, but you can no longer keep me in the shadows, is what I hear. You can no longer keep this from me. Your child may say that to you. You can no longer keep this information, and it's almost like this coming of age for some. They move into June with this new vitality. This would be the Ace of Wands. Just a fresh awareness. They feel like they are there. And this is specific to, a girl or whatever. Like, I feel like a new woman or something. This could be somebody who overcame a challenge. They feel renewed. They feel refreshed. As we move into July, there is some kind of protection over the heart chakra. I don't feel this as a block per se. This feels happy to me for some reason. It doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't, for some people, it could be a mild heartbreak, but for whatever it is, when I saw this card, the reaction that I got was, it's not something that they're going to be heartbroken over. It's not something that's going to destroy them. It's almost like a thank you. I needed that. You confirmed that you weren't right for me, or that you weren't the right friend that I needed to have in my life, or it's some kind of confirmation. It's a letdown. It's some kind of protection of the heart. So in July, something comes up where it's just like, they're okay. In August, they're choosing their battles. There's just certain people, certain things that they don't want to entertain. I almost feel like them being the water sign, just kind of flowing in and out where they feel safe, not engaging in things that stir up too much conflict. They don't want to rock the boat. And it's not that they're trying to be passive. It's just this cognizant desire to not invest energy where it's not helpful. I want to make sure that we're moving. So we got January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. Okay, so now we move into September, and it's almost like a victory. This is the Six of Wands, where because they've done the work on themselves, and truly what this is a year of personal development, honestly. They've done the work on themselves, and it's like success abounds. They're steering in the right direction. There's just, things are going well. It's like, because you did this, here's what you will receive. It feels good. It feels awesome. It feels like a recognition that they deserve. It's just, they've done some inner work on themselves. They've done some, like I said, personal development, and it just works in their favor. This would be considered the Ace of Swords, where I just feel like they don't need clarity of belief, honestly. I feel that this is a confirmation, like they're already doing what they need to do. One, if you can see that. But I don't feel like there's a need for a clarity of, I just feel like there's a pause. And it's a pause because there's nothing more else that they need to do. They've done the work. It's just like, let's pause for reflection, a moment of reflection here in this month of October. It's good for them because as they enter into November, I hear friends. I feel a community of support. So it's like they feel seen, they feel appreciated, they feel recognized. It could be a award that they receive for their efforts. But it's like people around them are celebrating them. Finally, they have accomplished something. Maybe they're graduating early, they're finishing school, they're doing something, they've worked on themselves, whatever the case may be, they've discovered something, they've mastered something. But it's like, not only, it's not just an action, but it's finding people who appreciate them and support them and recognize and honor them and uplift them, for who just recognize who they are, who see them as the gift that they are, and they honor that. They they rise, they elevate that about themselves. So, as it just feels like a celebration for whatever reason in November. And for some, it could be engagement, it could be a marriage ceremony. It's some kind of happy time where people are finally being able to see their works. If this is a Scorpio adult, and in the month of December, I feel just rest. Taking it easy, not doing too much, hibernating. The work is done. This could, also be, I don't, is this, I guess this would be the Nine of Wands, but I just feel like, um just taking stock of what they've done and being appreciating what they've accomplished. So overall, it feels like a good year for your Scorpio child, or people who have Scorpio placements in their chart. We're in the eighth house of transformation. It just, that's where it feels like, you know, it's a understanding of who you are, transforming into, um, just all that you're capable of doing, and respecting that for yourself, even if no one else recognizes it. But knowing that not only are you doing the right thing, but when the time comes, you will be acknowledged for your efforts and your contributions. So that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and happy, oops. Oh, not yet. I guess I ended it early. But yes, happy Gregorian new cycle. Take care.